Hey everyone, it's Denise Brown. After a tough day, a terrible situation, or a caregiving crisis, how do you recover? I think oftentimes we think, I just got to get back to what I couldn't get to during the crisis. I need to get back to all the other responsibilities that I put on the back burner during this terrible situation. We just get back to it. And I think it's important that we take at least a few minutes for our own recovery. And I help you do that through a recovery plan. And on the third Tuesday of every month at 1 p.m. Eastern Time, I hold a free planning session to help you with your recovery plan. The meeting is casual, it's informal, it's not recorded. We talk honestly, we share ideas, we share suggestions, and I'd love for you to join me. There's two tools that I use during the conversation, and I'll show them to you. So the first one is one of our wheels. If you've been watching the videos that I do or looking at any of the work that I have on my website or in our community, Caring Our Way, you're used to our caregiving wheels. I love to create these wheels, and I oftentimes have to stop myself from creating more. So here's our recovery plan wheel. And it's just really thinking through, what can I start with a recovery plan? What help could I get? What provides me comfort? What can I receive? How can I get rest? The wheels are always just inspiration for us. Sometimes when we're in the midst of just situations that drain us, emotions that overwhelm us, we can feel without words. And the wheels are created to help you name how you're feeling, name what you need, name what's missing. Sometimes that's really what it is. What's missing in my day right now? Could be rest, it could be comfort. You can use this wheel to think through, after, for instance, a caregiving crisis, what do you need to recover? What does your caree need to recover? Two different recovery plans, inspired by the same situation, but with two different recovery plans. So that's the wheel that we use to start the conversation. And then we move into our daily recovery plan, which is a one-page tool. I use something similar for healing, and it's related to after caregiving ends. How can we heal through the secondary losses? So there's been a death, and then there are other losses because of the death. And the daily healing plan helps us really think through, what's the loss I'm feeling right now? What can help me heal through it? So with the daily recovery plan, we can think through, what are we recovering from? What can we use to recover? And then where do we want to end up with in our recovery plan? So it's a 3-step process. And the goal is that you create strategies to use when you need to recover. And then you have a library of strategies that you can pick from. So you get in the habit of saying, I'm recovering from a really emotional phone call with my sister. What helps me recover is walking the dog, because what I want to recover to is calmness. And then you go through this process throughout the day, even when you feel like, oh, this took something from me, this situation, this relationship, this work, this responsibility, it took something from me. And with the recovery plan, we replace what it took with what can help us move forward. The other part of a recovery plan is, there are times when we say or do something that we really regret. And we can get stuck in the past of what it was that we said or did. And with a recovery plan, we can actually start to move forward. So we don't stay stuck in our past with a regret, but we move forward with a strategy. So for instance, I'm recovering from an inpatient moment with my caree, and I'm recovering with an apology because I want to get back to a better day. So there's certain benefits to the recovery plan, thinking through what helps us when something feels like it took too much from us, something or someone, because sometimes people take too much from us. Oh, and then how do we move from our past, what just happened, into let's keep going. Let's not get stuck. Let's keep going. So there's this tool, and you have access to this tool when you register to join me in any month. You could join me every month that you wanted to talk out your recovery plan. That'd be okay with me. I'd welcome your company. I'd love it if you did, actually. So you get access to the recovery plan and the recovery wheel. You can download them, and then you have access to them, and they become a tool that you can use in any way that works for you. So it could be that the recovery plan becomes the prompts for your journal, or it could become the sticky notes that you use to interchange ideas. It could be the list on the fridge that you create, whatever works for you. It's really thinking through what's the strategy that will help, and how do I keep track of the different strategies I have so I could try something when I feel like something or someone took too much from me, or I'm stuck in my past because I regret what happened. So that's the daily recovery plan. So if you'd like to join me on the third Tuesday of the month at 1 p.m. Eastern time, just go to caringourway.com, which is our community, and you can register to join me. I have various free monthly planning meals. You're welcome. Free planning meals, no, meets. Oh my gosh, free planning meetings. I must be hungry, which is why I'm talking about meals. I don't serve food, but I hope I serve up comfort when you join me at these free planning meetings. And they happen throughout the month. So typically they're Tuesdays, and then one's on a Friday. And you'll see all the events on our community, Caring Our Way. And then you can register to join me at any that sound interesting, intriguing, helpful to you. And it's helpful for me when you join, because it gives me more ideas about how to use these tools and plans. Okay, so I look forward to seeing you at the Daily Recovery Plan meeting, which is the third Tuesday of every month at 1 p.m. Eastern time. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.